How to connect a three-way switch and its wires in junction box containing a neutral wire. When installing wiring, always select junction boxes that are appropriately sized to accommodate all connected wires and electrical devices. Splicing the junction box of a three-way switch with a cable from the power source and a cable to the four-way switch. Cable from the power source. Cable to the four-way switch. Cables stapled to a stud within 12 inches of the cable entry into the junction box. Remove the cable sheath. The cable sheath shall extend into the junction box not less than 1/4 inch. Cable sheath removed. The cable sheath extends into the junction box no less than 1/4 inch. 14. 2 nm cable wires. White, neutral wire. Bare, ground wire. Black, hot wire. 14. 3 nm cable wires. White, neutral wire. Bare, ground wire. Black, hot wire. Red, hot wire. Second. Green wire nuts should only be used to connect the ground wire. The green wire nut has a special hole at the top that allows the bare pigtail of the ground wire, one of the ground wires to be spliced, to be exposed for connection to an electrical device after splicing. Popular tan wire nut which that fits most connections. Group the ground wires, bare, together, separate the longer pigtail wire, trim the remaining wires to no shorter than 6 inches. Connect the trimmed wires to the longer pigtail wire using the green wire nut, and insert the connected wires into the junction box. Spliced ground wires inserted into the junction box. 3 to 5 twists are sufficient, as too many twists may damage the wire. Ground pigtail wire left outside the junction box. Group the neutral, white wires, cut them to no shorter than 6 inches, and strip the ends of the wires about 1/2 inch. The end of the wire to be connected, depending on the type of connection, should be stripped to a length of approximately 1/2 inch. The length of free wire from the removed cable jacket must be at least 6 inches. At least 3 inches of wire must extend from the front of the junction box. Twist the wires and splice them with a wire nut. Three to 5 twists of the wires are sufficient to prevent damage to the wire insulation. Connection secured with a wire nut. Insert spliced wires into the junction box. spliced neutral wire inserted into the junction box. Group the remaining wires and pigtail wire and cut them to no shorter than 6 inches. Trimmed wires. Insert the trimmed wires into the junction box. 3-way switch, rear view. Ground terminal, green screw. Hot, common, terminal, black screw. Hot terminals for traveler wires, gold screws. Connecting the 3-way switch to wires from a junction box containing the cable from the power source and the cable to the 4-way switch. Pull the wires out of the junction box and strip the ends of the wires about 1/2 inch. Wire ends stripped of insulation. Wires from the junction box that will be connected to the 3-way switch. Ground, bare, wire that should be connected to the ground terminal, green screw, of the switch. Hot, black, wire from the 14-2 cable from the power source which should be connected to the common hot terminal, black screw, of the switch. Hot, black and red, wires from the 14-3 cable to the 4-way switch, which should be connected to the traveler wire terminals, gold screws, of the switch. Make a loop at the end of each wire. Loop at the end of each wire. Connect the ground wire, bare, from the junction box to the ground terminal, green screw, of the switch. Ground wire connected. Connect the hot wire, black, from the cable from the power source to the hot common terminal, black screw, of the switch. Connected hot wire from the cable from the power source. Connect one of the hot traveler wires, red in this example, but it doesn't matter which one is connected first, from the cable to the 4-way switch to one of the hot traveler wires terminals, gold screw, of the switch. Connected one traveler wire, red, from the cable from the 4-way switch. Connect the second hot traveler wire, black, from the cable to the 4-way switch to the other hot traveler wire terminal, gold screw, of the switch. Second hot traveler wire, black, connected to the switch. Insert the wires into the junction box. Make sure the ground wire does not touch any of the hot screws of the switch. Wires inserted. Secure the switch to the junction box and level it. Switch secured to the junction box. Install the switch wall plate. Switch installation complete. Where the three-way switch is installed. Whenever there is a 3-wire cable and a 2-wire cable in the junction box, from the power source or to the lighting fixture, the black wire from the 2-wire cable must be connected to the common terminal black screw of the switch, and the 2 wires from the 3-wire cable must be connected to the remaining terminals, gold screws, of the switch for proper operation. If this video is helpful, please subscribe. Comments are welcome.